I just freaking canceled my membership. It's official. I canceled it because they cut my hours at my work, and I don't really know what to do, man. It's just like, because every single time that I like start to figure everything out just even a tiny little bit, it's just that everything shifts and everything changes, and then it just doesn't work out for your boy. So what are you gonna do now, Paul? What are you gonna do now? Well, right now we're gonna go ahead and head to the top of the mountain. We're gonna go ahead and head to the top of the mountain right now, and we're gonna go speak to the gods. We're gonna go ahead, march way up the mountain, and we're gonna get real nice and sweaty. We're gonna go ahead and get our heart rate up, and then after climbing the mountain, then we can go ahead and present ourselves at the brand spanking new gym. 21, can you do so for me? Yes, brother, I got you. I'm gonna go ahead and take me a nice little swig of this here pre-workout. I still got me some of this here bum. This here bum from Christian Bumstead. And I did test it out. I thought it was too old because I did have it for like a while. I thought it was a little bit too old, and I didn't know if it was gonna work or not. But I tell you what, that is so healthy, bro. That's gotta be real nice. It's a little nipply out. But I did take off my shirt. Because I'm pretty sure human beings are kind of like, we're kind of like solar panels ourselves. I think so. Because everybody's vitamin D deficient. So go ahead and take it off, Paul. I was like, all right, sir. Actually, I'm going to go to the library. I'm not going to rent a book. I'm going to buy a book. I actually settled for The Good Guy. This one seems pretty promising, but I do want to check with the library. Oh, yeah, dude. I literally got a book that's called Advice. Advice? Yeah, it's called Advice by Rabbi Green Guy. Oh wait, no, that's translated. Oh, Rabbi Natchman. I took about maybe 45 minutes or so, go through it, just to make sure, if I'm gonna put down freaking 2 weeks to read a book, or however long it takes me, because the things I buy the books. I go to buy the hell up out of them, because 1 is you never have to return it. 2, you can write in them. 3, you can really take your time with it, you know what I mean? And it seems pretty good, brother. Check this thing out, man. It's the same book, bro. That is the coolest freaking book, dude. And also, earlier I figured out that this thing right here was cracked, and which is obviously it's no problem because it was $2 freaking. I'm not tripping about that at all. It was just cracked, so I went ahead and I super glued the whole thing. So now that when I open it, it's still a little bit of cracked, and it's gonna crack again, but that's pretty freaking dope, man. That's awesome. Time kind of got away from me a little bit because I fell asleep, which is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing because sometimes I do have some problems falling asleep. So it's just when I can get some sleep, I guess that's a good thing. But yeah, I keep on falling into the habits of wanting to look and be in a perfect habit tomorrow, which I realize that that's not going to happen, but I do fall into some pits in my mind that it's just oh my god, nothing's working. I've been 85% good on my diet for months now, and like I don't see any results, and I'm very frustrated about that. But it's just like at the end of the day, I'm like, it doesn't really matter because I have those good habits locked in place. Because I mean, it's just, I think it's really a miracle that I even got out of the habit of like eating fast food. Because how I got this big was because of fast food, because I would literally eat it for every single meal. It's just like, you know, I guess people could say that food can't be like an addiction. Addictions are for like drugs, but it's just like whatever you want to call it. I'll say it again. I was eating fast food for every single meal. Like some days I would be eating fast food 3 times a day, meaning I would wake up and I would go to Jack in the Box, and then I would get like 2 of their breakfast burritos and then eat those down. And then for like a lunch, I would go over to like Little Caesars and then eat like an entire pizza. And then for dinner, I would probably maybe get like another pizza, and then on top of that, go to like McDonald's and then get like I guess that's 4 meals, but I'll count it as 3. And then get like a couple burgers and Coke, and then I would, you know, finish me off. It's actually kind of crazy to think back because, like, I mean, I really just don't know how to explain myself like a lot of the times. But it's just like I was eating so much, I really didn't understand how I would still even be like alive. Because I would eat so much. I would eat so much all the time. Just to the point of to where I couldn't physically eat anymore. I would say about 95% of the time I would finish the entire meal, but there were some times where I would eat all the way until, like, you know, there was maybe like 1 jalapeno popper left, and I literally just could not eat it. And then I would say about 90% of the time, before I literally couldn't physically eat it, about 85% of the time, every single day, I would eat to the point to where my stomach is just so expanded that it just hurts. And how crazy is that? That's really crazy to think back of that. Like, I would eat like that for like every single meal. That I always ate to pain. Wow, yeah. And, you know, I would always, you know, I guess they would say that your eyeballs are bigger than your gut or whatever it is. And I would be at the drive-thru and I would always order too much. Even though I was a master at knowing that, you know, that meal is going to make me feel a different way. But I'm like, no, because I'm going to be a little bit hungry after. So I need a little bit extra, you know, like, you know, go ahead, throw in an extra 5 egg rolls with the entire freaking buffet. I need a little bit more to make sure that I don't have to loop back around and buy something else. But it's just like, it took me a long time to, you know, this is the biggest I've ever been. So it took a long time to get this big, so it's gonna take like a longer time to get rid of it, all this extra fat. It's like it's very frustrating to look at, especially me. It frustrates me as well. But what can you do? Well, you could do the right thing. And I'm gonna start doing the right thing, and we're gonna see where we can go with it. But with that said, I guess I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.